Lagonda All-Terrain, expected, 2025. Aston Martin relaunched the Lagonda name as an electric luxury brand, revealing an SUV concept in 2019 that was supposed to reach production by 2022. But after Canadian billionaire Lawrence Stroll orchestrated a buyout of the struggling company in 2020, the Lagonda sub-brand was reportedly delayed until 2025. No updates on the revival have surfaced since. With Aston Martin's difficulty bringing the Valhalla and Vanquish mid-engine supercars to production after a clunky rollout of the V12-powered Valkyrie, we're not sure if the Lagonda SUV will ever see the light of day. Lexus RZ, expected, 2023. The RZ is the first EV from Lexus, and it will offer more power than its Toyota BZ4X and Subaru Solterra partners. The dual-motor all-wheel drive Direct 4 powertrain produces 308 horsepower, and we expect the RZ to reach 60 miles per hour from a stop in about 5.5 seconds. Inside, a yoke-style steering wheel will be optional, and most controls are operated via a 14.0-inch touchscreen. The 65.6 kWh battery provides 220 miles of range with the base 18-inch wheels and 196 miles with the available 20-inchers. Sales are expected to commence in 2023, with prices starting at $59,650. Lincoln Star, expected, 2024. Lincoln aims to switch to a fully electric lineup by 2030. We expect a production version of the Star to arrive in late 2024 as a 2025 model year and become Lincoln's first EV. The Star concept revealed in 2022 looks half like a Lincoln Aviator and half like a spaceship. Lincoln says the production midsize two-row crossover will come with both rear and all-wheel drive powertrain options. The concept's cabin features a full-width digital display on the dash, sculpted bucket seats, an integrated beverage chiller, crystal accents, and rose gold-colored trim pieces. We expect range and power output to be similar to the Ford Mustang Mach-E, with a starting price around $70,000. Lotus Eletre, expected, 2024. Lotus revealed their upcoming 900-horsepower EV SUV this year, which will be produced in Wuhan, China and arrive in the US sometime in 2024. The entry model promises a whopping 600 horsepower with all-wheel drive. Lotus claims the Eletre will have roughly 315 miles of range and an 800-volt battery that can replenish two-thirds of its battery in 20 minutes using a 350-kilowatt fast charger. The Eletre is shaping up to be the quickest vehicle Lotus has ever produced. Lotus Emeya, expected, 2025. Lotus is expanding its lineup, with an electric sedan, codenamed Type 133, set to follow the Eletre SUV. Spy photos show an aerodynamic silhouette with a sloping roof and a split headlight design. Powertrain details are still unknown, but we expect the sedan to rival cars like the Porsche Taycan and Tesla Model S rumored to be called Emeya. The sedan should be revealed this year but probably won't reach the US until the 2025 model year. A smaller SUV and an electric sports car will arrive in the second half of the decade. Lucid Gravity, expected, 2024. The Lucid Gravity name may sound familiar, seeing as how the automaker has not been shy about its aspirations to build an electric SUV. With order books set to open in 2023, we should be getting a look at Lucid's first utility vehicle very soon, although deliveries aren't planned to commence until 2024. From the few pictures we've seen, the Gravity's front end doesn't look all that different from the Air sedan, and it carries the same addiction to large glass roof panels as its four-door sibling. Lucid promises supercar performance here, which won't come as a surprise, considering some Air variants make upward of 1,200 horsepower. Maserati Grecale Folgore, expected, late 2023. The new Grecale crossover will be a key part of Maserati's expanding EV lineup. All Maserati EVs will wear the Folgore name, that's Italian for lightning, and Maserati has now revealed the 2024 Grecale Folgore alongside the standard model. The gas-powered 2023 Grecale GT, Modena, and Trofeo models are scheduled to arrive this summer, while the Folgore won't reach the US until fall 2023. Maserati GranTurismo Folgore, expected, late 2023. Maserati will add an electric powertrain to its latest GranTurismo coupe. The GranTurismo Folgore trades the forced induction V6 engine for a trio of electric motors capable of producing a combined 818 horsepower, getting this Maser to 60 miles per hour in a claimed 2.7 seconds. A dog-bone-shaped battery pack cuts through the cabin and occupies parts of the engine bay, as well as the area aft of the rear seats. The unique shape means the Folgore's cabin space essentially mirrors that of the six-cylinder model. With a capacity of 83.0 kilowatt-hours, the GranTurismo Folgore's battery will afford it an approximately 240-mile range, though that figure will likely fall precipitously with a heavy right foot. Look for the GranTurismo Folgore to arrive at dealers before the end of 2023 as a 2024 model. Mercedes-Benz EQA, expected, 2024. Mercedes-Benz's new EV lineup will be referred to as the EQ family. The Mercedes-Benz EQA, the company's smallest electric compact SUV, was revealed earlier this year in Europe spec form. The Euro version of the EQA has 187 horsepower and 277 pound-feet of torque. It starts at around $57,000. Mercedes-Benz suggested an EQA in the US could have all-wheel drive with around 280 horsepower. Ours would likely have a range of 250 miles. Mercedes hasn't said for sure if the EQA will make it stateside. Expect to see more EQA news soon. Mercedes-Benz EQG, expected, late 2023. Mercedes-Benz is giving the EV treatment to its beloved G-Wagon. The company debuted this concept at the 2021 Munich Auto Show. The EQG will have a motor at each wheel for four-wheel drive capability. Details on pricing, range, and horsepower haven't been revealed. Few automakers have teased an off-road EV, but when the EQG comes out, likely next year, it will compete with the GMC Hummer EV. Mini Aceman, expected, 2024. Mini will bring the spunky Aceman EV from concept form to a fully fledged production model in 2024. The new electric SUV is expected to replace the Clubman, which has seen falling sales figures in the last few years. The Aceman will fit between the Cooper hatchback and the Countryman, making it the smallest 5-door model in Mini's lineup. We're hoping the Aceman makes a bit more power than the 181 horsepower available in the current Cooper Electric. That car only manages an estimated 110 miles of driving range from the 28.9 kWh battery, but the Aceman should feature a larger battery pack and more range. Mini Countryman, expected, 2024. The electric version of Mini's small SUV won't be the brand's first EV, but it promises to be far more usable than the small, short-range Cooper SE hatchback that's currently on sale. We expect the Countryman EV to share underpinnings with the BMW iX1 that's not sold here, which has a 64.7 kWh battery pack that provides a range of around 230 miles. A dual-motor, all-wheel drive powertrain is also a likely bet, possibly with above 300 horsepower. Polestar 3, expected, late 2023. The design language of the two-row Polestar 3 SUV is something like a grumpy spaceship. Expected to go on sale in the fourth quarter of 2023, the 3 uses either a 489 horsepower dual-motor unit good for a claimed 300 miles or a 517 horsepower tune for the performance model's 270-mile range. The Polestar 3 prides itself on being the brand's first American-built car, joining Volvo's S60 and next-gen XC90 at their production plant in South Carolina in 2024. Every Polestar 3 uses a 107 kWh battery pack with DC fast charging speeds of up to 250 kilowatts. Polestar 4, expected, 2024. If the Polestar 3's proportions aren't sleek enough for you, the company has teased a sportier-shaped SUV they're calling the Polestar 4. While the new model is literally still under wraps, the company did hint that the Polestar 4 will be a coupe-like crossover, similar to the Porsche Macan. No other details are available yet, but we expect the Polestar 4 to feature a similar powertrain to the Polestar 3 and carry a starting price in the mid-$50,000 range. Polestar 5, expected, 2024. Formerly known as the Precept concept, the Polestar 5 is slated as competitor to the Tesla Model S, Porsche Taycan, and Mercedes-Benz EQS. It's a big and fancy electric luxury sedan, with pricing expected to start around $100,000. We'll be sure to add more details about the Polestar 5 to this box as it gets closer to production. Polestar 6, expected, 2026. The Polestar 6 is the type of EV that raises our heart rate. Not only will the production version feature an 884 horsepower all-wheel drive powertrain, but it'll be an open-top roadster that looks as racy as it does radical. Speaking of rad, the roofless two-door is expected to employ 663 pound-feet of torque to hit 60 miles per hour in 3.2 seconds on its way to a 155 mile/hour top speed. The Polestar 6 is slated to arrive in 2026, starting with 500 special editions called the LA Concept. Each will be a near clone of the jaw-dropping O2 Concept, minus the futuristic autonomous drone. While its interior isn't as exciting as the exterior, all of it will be wrapped around a unique bonded aluminum chassis and an 800-volt architecture that will be shared with the forthcoming Polestar 5. Porsche Macan EV, expected, 2024. Porsche aims for over 80% of its sales to consist of EVs by 2030, and a key to that goal will be the upcoming Macan EV. The first Porsche to ride on the PPE platform, the electric version of Porsche's popular SUV will use an 800-volt architecture to help recharge the battery from 5 to 80% in under 25 minutes. It should also be mightily quick, thanks to a maximum of 603 horsepower and 738 pound-feet of torque, with rear or all-wheel drive will be available. Porsche has divulged lots of other secrets about the Macan EV ahead of its expected reveal in 2023, with deliveries due to start in 2024. Ram 1500 REV, expected, 2024. Barely a month after the debut of the innovative and striking Revolution concept, Ram revealed a significantly toned-down production version, now called the Ram 1500 REV. The production pickup sticks to the more traditional styling of the gas-powered truck, but with redesigned front and rear ends. The REV rides on a new architecture called STLA frame, purpose-built for body-on-frame EV models, and will feature all-wheel drive thanks to motors on the front and rear axles. Ram has also confirmed that a range extender version with a gasoline engine will be offered. Production starts next year, with more details arriving soon. Rolls-Royce Spectre, expected, late 2023. A major title shift is coming to Rolls-Royce with the introduction of the all-electric 2024 Spectre. The Ultralux Coupe will ascend the throne of the outgoing V12 Wraith Coupe, and shares its platform with the Phantom Sedan and Cullinan SUV. Unlike those two models, the Spectre's power comes from a fully electric powertrain consisting of two motors producing a combined 577 horsepower. The driving range is estimated to max out around 260 miles per charge, a stat we may begrudge in lesser vehicles, though we expect the Spectre clientele have a hangar full of more viable vehicles for when longer trips are required. Deliveries for the Spectre are expected to begin by the end of 2023, with a price likely somewhere north of $400,000. Scout SUV and truck, expected, 2026. After lying dormant for decades, Volkswagen is reviving the Scout nameplate for a new EV brand. The first two products, an electric SUV and pickup truck, will be designed specifically for American tastes. Teaser sketches show a rugged-looking design that emulates the original Scout, a utilitarian SUV manufactured by truck and tractor maker International Harvester in the 60s and 70s. The Scout vehicles will be assembled in a dedicated factory in South Carolina, which Volkswagen is building at a cost of $2 billion and will eventually be capable of building 200,000 vehicles per year. Few other details on the vehicles are available, but the Scouts are expected to ride on an EV-specific body-on-frame platform. Production is due to kick off in 2026. Sony-Honda Afeela Sedan, expected, 2026. Can you Afeela the love tonight? Sony and Honda are hooking up to form Sony-Honda Mobility, which will release its first EV under the Afeela brand in 2026. The pair showed off their latest concept at CES in Las Vegas, and it's quite the handsome spaceship. Packing 45 cameras and sensors, Afeela's inaugural product promises conditional Level 3 automated driving. Don't expect too much focus on things like power or performance here. Instead, Afeela is trying to make a value play to price-conscious consumers, especially ones who love dash-spanning screens loaded with streaming entertainment options. Tesla Cybertruck, expected, 2024. The Tesla Cybertruck is Schrödinger's EV, stuck in a state of quantum superposition where it is seemingly both on the verge of production and extremely far away from it, and it looks like we will remain stuck in suspense for yet another year. Tesla CEO Elon Musk's latest comments to investors put the start of mass production in 2024, although a few models may sneak off the line before then. If it does arrive with even a slice of what Musk has promised in the past, its specs could be downright ridiculous. The Cybertruck will allegedly come in 1, 2, and 3 motor variants, with potential features like a pass-through load floor. Tesla just needs to, build the dang thing first. Tesla Roadster, expected, who knows? If there's one thing Tesla loves, it's biting off more than it can chew. The automaker has almost as many models waiting in the wings as models it currently sells, and the Roadster is perhaps the highest pie in all the sky. When Tesla's second-generation Roadster renders first appeared in 2017, the company included some specs that remain as insane as the day they were first uttered. 60 miles per hour could arrive in a reality-warping 1.9 seconds, and it allegedly won't run out of motive force until reaching 250 miles per hour. If you love road trips, the Roadster will reportedly carry a 200.0 kWh battery pack that's good for some 600-plus miles of crossing your legs and praying for a reason to stop. However, considering the Cybertruck is next in line for production, and its delivery date gets pushed back about once a quarter, we don't have much hope for seeing a new Roadster in the first half of the 2020s. Toyota Tacoma EV, expected, 2024. A new generation of the Toyota Tacoma midsize pickup is on its way, and all signs point to it offering both a hybrid variant and a battery electric spin-off. Toyota showed a whole range of EV concepts in 2021, and the electric pickup concept you see has the exact right size, shape, and attitude that we're sure it previews the electric Tacoma that could arrive as soon as next year. With a 4-door crew cab, a short bed, and chunky all-terrain tires, it looks to adopt the same rugged mindset as the current Tacoma TRD Pro models, albeit with a completely different powertrain setup underneath. VinFast VF8 and VF9, expected, 2023. VinFast has been selling cars in its home country of Vietnam since 2019, and finally got its expansion into the United States underway this year, delivering the first 45 units of its City Edition VF8 crossovers to customers in March. The VF8 is currently only offered in California, and has a measly 207 miles of range in its most efficient configuration. A larger VF9 crossover is supposed to follow, with a 402 horsepower dual-motor setup and up to 369 miles of range, according to VinFast. The company plans to start building cars at a as-yet-unbuilt plant in North Carolina have been delayed to 2025. Volkswagen ID.7, expected, 2024. Despite Americans turning away from sedans, Volkswagen will buck the trend with the upcoming ID.7. Sure, its name sounds like something you'd hear waiting in line at the local DMV, but the 4-door electric car is poised to replace the old Passat family sedan. While we expect the ID.7 to arrive for the 2024 model year, VW has yet to reveal many details, leaving us to speculate it'll be available with either front or all-wheel drive and a maximum range over 300 miles. Apart from the ID Aero concept and an ID.7 wrapped in trippy light-up paint, we haven't actually seen the real thing. Instead, we've gotten a good look at the EV sedan's interior, which features a simple dashboard layout dominated by a 15.0-inch touchscreen. Volkswagen ID.8, expected, maybe. No real timeline for the Volkswagen ID.8 has been revealed yet, but VW boss Herbert Diess confirmed that the brand plans to introduce a fully electric SUV that's bigger than the already available ID.4. Diess didn't exactly say it would be available in North America, but the continued demand for larger SUVs in the US makes it an obvious move. It should be roughly the same size as the 3-row Atlas, pictured here, and offer more range than the smaller ID.4 SUV, which has 250 miles of range and 201 horsepower. Volkswagen ID. Buzz, expected, 2024. VW's second EV, launching in 2023, will be a modern take on its first-generation Type 2 microbus from the 1950s and 1960s. As with its revival of the Beetle in the late 1990s, VW hopes the new microbus, or whatever its name is for production, tugs at the heartstrings of boomers everywhere. As with its other coming EVs, the Buzz will use the same MEB platform component set, with a battery pack integrated into the floor, and will likely have room for 6 to 8 people. The ID. Buzz above was spotted testing autonomous driving tech for Argo AI, a US-based engineering firm with ties to Ford. Volkswagen ID. Space Vision, expected, 2024. The Volkswagen ID Space Vision concept made its debut at the Los Angeles Auto Show, where it looked very production-ready. It will be VW's third US EV offering, arriving before the middle of the decade. Although wagons are a perpetually tough sell in the US, VW touts its large interior and high aerodynamic efficiency, which helped to boost the large wagon's range to a claimed 300 miles. Volvo XC60, expected, 2024. The third generation of Volvo's compact crossover is set to begin production in 2024 and is expected to retain the XC60 moniker. Volvo has implied that the next XC60 will be offered only as an EV, and it will be the first car to utilize battery cells developed through a joint venture with Swedish battery maker Northvolt. This technology will emerge from a research and development center in Sweden that Volvo and Northvolt plan to have operational by 2022. The partnership will also lead to a gigafactory in Europe to produce batteries starting in 2026, although the initial battery allocation for the XC60 EV will come from an existing Northvolt plant in Sweden. The new electric XC60 will be part of Volvo's push to have EVs make up half of its sales by 2025 and transition to a fully electric lineup by 2030. Volvo EX90, expected, 2024. The EX90, Volvo's first EV designed from the ground up, provides the first look at the future of the Swedish brand. All EX90s will come with a dual-motor all-wheel drive powertrain, with 402 horsepower in the entry-level model or 496 horsepower in the twin-motor performance variant. The styling is inspired by the concept Recharge, with Volvo's distinctive Thor's hammer headlights. As always, safety is a primary concern for the brand, with Volvo promising it will their safest car yet. The EX90 uses a 400-volt architecture, targeting a range of up to 300 miles. A 250.0 kWh connection allows the EX90 to charge from 10 to 80% in approximately 30 minutes. The electric EX90 will likely carry a price premium over the gas-powered XC90, with more details arriving before it goes on sale in 2024. Hope you like our content and see you on our next video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notifications.